To get regular updates, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon. Hello friends, this is Manohar Veera from ExamBean, and in this session on general awareness, we are going to see about United Nations, how United Nations is born, and what are the main duties of United Nations. The League of Nations, the forerunner of the United Nations, was established in 1919 to promote international cooperation and to achieve peace and security. However, after failing to prevent the Second World War, the League of Nations was disbanded. During August to October 1944, representatives from China, the Soviet Union, the United Kingdom, and the United States met to discuss a new United Nations to replace the League of Nations, in order to stop future wars and provide a platform for dialogue between countries. Then in 1945, representatives of 50 countries attended the United Nations Conference on International Organization in order to ratify a new nations charter. The charter was signed on 25th June 1945. The United Nations came into existence on 24th October 1945. Because of the end of colonialism and the breakup of countries such as USSR and Yugoslavia, the number of independent countries grew. Currently, the United Nations has 193 member countries. Over the next 3 years, the United Nations established a number of agreements, culminating on 10th December 1948 with the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Responding to the horrors and atrocities committed during the Second World War, the founders of the United Nations intended the Charter to be a vision of what the world should be. The Charter, a treaty between countries, is enshrined in international law. Whilst the Charter states that all member countries must promote observance of human rights, the United Nations does not have the power to implement them. The United Nations provides an opportunity for the independent countries of the world to discuss global issues which affect them both individually and collectively. The United Nations aim to seek solutions to issues, conflicts, and crises in a peaceful manner. The United Nations Charter is a set of guidelines which explains the rights and responsibilities of member countries. Now we will look at the 4 major purposes the UN has set up. Number 1. To maintain international peace and security. Number 2. To develop friendly relations among nations. Number 3. To achieve international cooperation in solving international problems. Number 4. To be center for harmonizing the actions of nations. Due to its unique international character and the powers vested in its founding charter, the United Nations can take action on a wide range of issues and provide a forum for its 193 member countries to express their views through the General Assembly, the Security Council, and the Economic and Social Council, and other bodies and committees. The work of the UN reaches every corner of the globe. Although best known for peacekeeping, peace building, conflict prevention, and humanitarian assistance, there are many other ways the United Nations system, which includes agencies like UNICEF and the World Food Programme, as well as the intergovernmental bodies like the Security Council, affect our lives and makes the world a better place to live. The UN works on a broad range of fundamental issues, from sustainable development, environment and refugee protection, disaster relief, counter-terrorism, disarmament and non-proliferation, to promoting democracy, human rights, gender equality, and the advancement of women, governance, economic and social development, and international health, clearing landmines, expanding food production, and more, in order to achieve its goals and coordinate efforts for a safer world for this and future generations. Now we will see the important 7 principles of United Nations. The purposes are upheld by certain principles contained in Article 2 of the UN Charter, which apply to the United Nations as an organization and to the individual member countries. 1. The organization is based on the principle of the sovereign equality of all its member countries. 2. all members in order to ensure to all of them the rights and benefits resulting from membership shall fulfill in good faith the obligations assumed by them in accordance with the present charter. Number 3. All members shall settle their international disputes by peaceful manners in such a manner that international peace and security and justice are not endangered. All members shall refrain in their international relations from the threat or use of force against the territorial integrity and political independence of any country in any other manner inconsistent with the purposes of the United Nations. 5. All members shall give the United Nations every assistance in any action it takes in accordance with the present charter and shall refrain from giving assistance to any country against which the United Nations is taking preventive or enforcement action. Number 6. The organization shall ensure that countries which are not members of the United Nations act in accordance with these principles so far as may be necessary for the maintenance of international peace and security. Number 7. Nothing contained in the present charter shall authorize the United Nations to intervene in matters which are essentially within the domestic jurisdiction of any country or shall require the member to submit such matters to settlement under the present charter. But this principle shall not prejudice the application of enforcement measures under Chapter 7. The UN Charter provides for the suspension of or expulsion of a member country which does not adhere to the Charter principles. This has not happened so far, but South Africa suspended itself by withdrawing when the country was run under the apartheid system, which is institutionalization of racial segregation and discrimination in South Africa between 1948 and 1991. With this, we have come to the end of this session, but there are 3 more parts of United Nations video series. Subscribe to ExamBin and click on the notification bell icon to get the latest updates from us. And if you want us to make videos on any topic on general awareness or general knowledge, please comment those topics below. If anyone else already commented what the topic you want, please upvote that. We will make videos on the highest voted topic in the comment. Thank you.